Can we not have nice things? Is that too much to ask for in this day and age? For those of you who don't know, Mass Effect, the trilogy is getting a remaster in a Legendary Edition, and BioWare is going to edit out the sexualized cutscenes. I mean, why take it out? From what I understand, it seems like they're going to be taking stuff out from 2 and 3. I don't know about 1, but it mainly seems to be 2 because the one they're really focusing on is 2 because of Miranda. And I don't know about y'all, but I remember Mass Effect as being one of the most disappointing game trilogies of all time from when I was in high school. Because I think the year I graduated was when the third one came out, and yeah, it was disappointing. Like, majorly. It had nothing but rainbow flavored colors. But anyway, I saw some YouTubers talking about this, so I thought I'd give my take on it. And yeah, the title is BioWare to edit sexualized cutscenes in Mass Effect: The Legendary Edition. Because, they want to fight the patriarchy or the male gaze or whatever. And here it goes. BioWare has confirmed that Mass Effect Legendary Edition will feature edits of some of its more sexualized cutscenes, particularly those involving Cerberus officer Miranda Lawson. Announced on February 2nd, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is set to feature not only the 3 games that make up the original Mass Effect trilogy, but also over 40 DLC from all 3 games and enhanced performances, visuals, and graphics, all available in HDR. Yeah, unless it somehow fixes that ending, I could not care less. Like, it's hard for me to give less of a shit about it at this point. For Mass Effect 1, we took the rough edges off it and tried to reduce the delta between 1 and 2 because 2 and 3 had a very similar look and feel, and 1 tended to feel very dated, so we spent more time trying to bring it closer to 2. Project director Mac Walters explained to Metro in a recently interview. Oh, Mac Walters. Oh, yeah, I'm just a jonesing to hear from him. This is the guy who gave us Andromeda. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember that goat fuck, but it was terrible. Walters continued, there were underlying systems that made it more like an RPG and less like a shooter, but there were other systems like camera, movement, aiming, and things like that we had improved over the course of the trilogy. So bringing those into Mass Effect 1 was a no-brainer, and we tried to just smooth out your overall experience, Walter added, reducing the friction from the gameplay, but not inherently or fundamentally changing how you progress through the game, how you invest in the squad talents and the squad systems and things like that. That was important. Meh. I could take it either way. I would have just remade. I would have just transferred Mass Effect 1 as it is over to the current generation platforms. Because from what I remember of the game, it seemed fine. I would just try to make it to where it could perform on an Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 without bug issues. I mean, it can't get any buggier than Cyberpunk, but yeah, that's what I would have done. In turning their attention into providing players with a better overall experience, Walters further explained that the team gave special attention to improving the game's handling of the female version of Commander Shepard, whose character lacked customization features and refused many of the male-centric animations from her male counterparts. I'm sorry, reused, not refused. Specifically for female Shepard, I think there was a lot of things that we could not do across the trilogy to make that better, so that she's a bit more on par with the male Shepard, said Walters. Whether it be some subtle face shape changes or some wrinkles or support for whatever, so she's catching the light and the same kinds of quality levels or quality level. And then specifically around the animations, we couldn't really change a lot of those, but there were times where you could change the camera to not focus on one of those animations. He continued, so a male Shepard animation would have him sitting with his legs quite wide open, while a low camera with a low camera where if you were wearing a skirt, it could be a bit unflattering. So we can't necessarily change that animation, but you can raise that camera up slightly to reduce the problem. Additionally, during a hands-off presentation detailing the changes coming to the remastered version of the sci-fi trilogy, God, this is a lot. Attended by Polygon. Oh, that's not good. BioWare environment and character director Kevin Meek revealed that the red-headed default femshep who was first introduced as a player option in Mass Effect 3 would be available to play through the entire saga. Sadly, though, somewhat unsurprisingly, the original 3 games in the trilogy will not be released unaltered, as Walters revealed that the team had made edits to some of the game's more well-rounded cutscenes. When processed on the accusations leveled against the developers that certain characters and designs, such as the all-female Asari or Edie's robot body, were made specifically to pander to male audiences, Walters noted, I do think a lot of things have evolved since the original games, but I don't know if I would say we were ultra conscious about it or anything like that, but there were considerations. And I just have to call bullshit on this, because what's wrong with pandering to the male gaze? There's nothing wrong with pandering to the woman gaze, so why can't we pander to the male gaze? Is there something wrong with that? No, the only reason they have a problem with that is because it's men enjoying something. And yeah, men can't have nice things, apparently. I'm joking. It seems more like to me it's a bunch of Puritans who just like to bitch about stuff, who are leveling these complaints. I mean, they've always existed. They existed back then and they exist now. The only difference is now they're given more of a platform. According to Walters, Kevin Meek actually called out some camera cuts that were just, why was that focusing on Miranda's butt? I would have asked why not. So in some cases he said, okay, we can make a change there, he recalled, but ultimately to change an entire character model or something like that wasn't really... It was a decision that was made as part of many creative decisions and just showing it at the best possible fidelity that we could going forward is really the choice for all the art that we had. Unfortunately, despite these improvements and changes being made to Mass Effect, Walters concluded in his interview with Metro by revealing that the third game's controversial ending would remain unchanged. And there it is. That is the nail in the coffin of getting my wallet open for you. Sure, you know the controversy around the ending, he admitted. And we understand. I certainly understand how that didn't hit with some people, but I don't think you suddenly just go in and try to change anything in that regards. Okay, so you're going to leave a shitty ending intact, but you're going to alter some stuff that appeals to the male gaze just because it offends some Puritans. Like, this is why I say BioWare is bullshit or dog shit now. As of right, a full list of cutscenes intended for alteration is currently unknown. The Legendary Edition is currently set for May 14th, released across PS4, PC, and Xbox consoles. And that's the end of the article. I'll be sure to leave a link to this in the table of content or just in the description. And all I can say is this is bullshit. This sounds like bullshit center square, and it sounds stupid. Because one of the things about Miranda was, and this is an argument I genuinely would hear, and I agree with it, she was supposed to be like this genetically perfect woman. Not gonna lie, I'll leave it at that, although the accent probably helped. Like, I may not like Australia, but I will admit they have one sexy accent. And I will probably regret saying that later, but you know what? Screw it. She was supposed to be like this perfect human being that was created and through genetic... I don't even remember how they created her, but she had no mother. She only had a father. And she was created through some kind of experiment. She was one of two, actually. There was her and her sister. And I would say Miranda came out okay, more or less. And she was definitely a good character. Well, I thought she was a good character. I thought she was an interesting character. Then again, I wasn't really that concerned with her character the first time I played the game on PS, I think 3. What was it? No, it was 3. Yeah, it was definitely 3. But yeah, I actually liked her. She was okay. I tended to like a majority of the people in the second game. I really liked Legion because Mass Effect 2 did something that Church never did. It got me to remember a Bible verse or something that happened in the Bible. I also liked Garrus. I like that line where he goes, "I'm Garrus Vakarian, and this is officially my favorite part of the Citadel." Or he said something like that. It was really good. It was really funny. He always had a really good personality, and I hope they don't screw with him either because that would just suck. Because I really liked Garrus. I liked him, Thane, Miranda. Didn't care for Jacob. I don't know why. Something about him just rubbed me the wrong way. Except for his loyalty mission. That I kind of liked. But yeah, the rest of this sounds like pandering to like a bunch of assholes online who probably aren't even going to buy the game. I would bet money on that. I will bet money they do not buy this game. They just want to bitch online, and BioWare unfortunately listens to these assholes. And I do not regret calling them assholes. They're assholes. They're assholes of the highest caliber. They bitch online. Kind of like me, but I actually buy some of the stuff I bitch about. And they contribute nothing to society. They are a waste of space. They are literal human garbage. Well, figurative human garbage. And even if they aren't being pandered to, then BioWare is just making up an excuse for why people should not buy this game. I mean, you are going to leave intact one of the shittiest endings in game history, but you are going to edit out a bunch of stuff that sexualizes a couple women. I mean, God forbid a woman looks sexy. God forbid they look attractive. God forbid they have attributes that a male might find physically attractive. But yeah, no, we have to leave intact the Skittles-colored ending. And it's just stupid. This is stupid. And it's kind of pissing me off, actually. I thought this would be funny to do, but no, this is kind of annoying. As bad as that series ended on, and then tried to continue on with Andromeda, I was kind of hoping... Well, actually, I wasn't hoping for much, actually. I didn't really know there was a Legendary Edition until I heard about this news. Because I like, wait, Mass Effect's getting a redo? Like they're remaking the trilogy? Dear God, why? Hasn't it suffered enough? I mean, I do hope this means it'll get a revival. I would like there to be more Mass Effect games in the future, provided they are absent of any political bullshit. I want zero politics in my games. And Andromeda was ripe with some political bullshit, let's just put it that way. Some of the people involved were involved in political bullshit, and they were not shy about it, apparently. I don't remember much about the game's development, but it did not go well. Although the sex scenes were basically borderline softcore porn, from what I hear. Like, I remember them, but I don't remember them being softcore. And that's all I can really say. Actually, no, I can think of some other stuff to say on it. The other thing is, this seems pointless. I mean, the Legendary Edition isn't pointless. It's to make money, and BioWare is probably hurting for some money right about now. Like, they really need some. I was surprised they didn't get shut down after Andromeda bit the bullet. Or not bit the bullet. Well, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't take a dirt nap after that. Because I thought, oh, God, this is bad. EA is going to kill them. It's going to be another studio that bites the dust. And now I want to sing the song, Another One Bites the Dust. Which you will be grateful I'm not doing, because if there's one thing you do not want to hear, it is a monotone voice singing. That is something I say you use to torture terrorists. Like I say, forget waterboarding. Get a monotone, a microphone, and a karaoke machine. And just sing that in front of a terrorist. They will talk fast. They're like, for the love of Allah, please stop. This is inhumane. Like the people who cut off people's heads are going to find that inhumane, probably. Well, probably not, but it's still a funny idea. Anyway, that is all I can really say on it. But, yeah, I was surprised after after Andromeda and... Wait, no, it wasn't Andromeda that I thought would kill BioWare. It was that other one with the flying mechanical suits. That it was a shitty game. It had no appeal to it, and EA was involved, so I'm not that surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if EA was involved in this decision and saying, look, BioWare, this is your last chance to make some money. If you do not make any, spread your cheeks, is all I can say. And yeah, I guess that's the only reason I can think they would do this. Either that or they're hoping for a revival, which I'm hoping for. Because despite my problems with the trilogy, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. Actually, no, on the border of okay and great. It touched on the border of great, but then slid right back down to okay, in my opinion. But the trilogy itself is fun to play, especially 2. I really loved Mass Effect 2. I thought, okay, this is great. This is gaming at its finest. Boy, was I a naive person back then. But yeah, it was great, and I hope this remake does well. I'm not buying it because, well, one, I've kind of gotten over Mass Effect. Like, I've moved on with my life, unlike some people who are obsessed with it still. Well, I say obsessed. Obsessed might be a bit overmuch or overboard. But yeah, I hope it does well. Another reason I don't want to buy is because they're doing these edits. I'm like, I want the game as it was, flaws and all. And since I'm not getting that, I see no reason why I should buy that. And that is my final thought on it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you thought this video was shit, get in line. I'm right there with you. But then again, I think about most of my videos anyway. Have a nice day. Remember, the game was obviously rigged from the start. And bye-bye.